Scorpio, welcome to your reading. Let's take a look at your overall energy, your challenge, and how you view in your situation first. And then we'll look at your person and their intentions this week. The Aries to Pisces portion will be no contact and the possibility of contact this week. All right, so you're getting the Four of Cups of the overall energy, all right? And so you're not seeing the love, you're not getting the love, or you're feeling kind of discontent and unhappy with the situation. This can be somebody feels unwanted or, neglected in a way, or feels like, things were going good, but now I'm ready for something more and I'm not getting it, right? And so it's a very apathetic type of energy, kind of depressed energy, feeling kind of let down. Maybe you were hoping for something to really move or grow. And, I do see the love around you though, and you may not be seeing that something is growing here, but you're wanting something different. So, what's going on here? And honestly, this overall energy can say that your person's feeling the same way. So we're going to have to look at both of you. Let's see you, the Seven of Cups, kind of confused here, not sure of what it is you truly want, right? So what's your biggest challenge? The Hanged Man, feeling stagnant, feeling stuck, feeling like something's not going anywhere. Your Pisces energy here. Seven of Cups, it's like you see potential and possibilities in a relationship, and you have all these things that you want to create, or you want to, especially if in a relationship, when you start talking to somebody or connecting with somebody, you start to go off into fantasy land about the future and where things can go. And maybe you're starting to feel stuck. Especially with this Four of Cups, it's like, you're starting to question where things are going and if this is making you really happy. All right, so this is going to be important because you're stuck on a situation, you're stuck on somebody, but maybe you're feeling like it's not going anywhere and you're not getting the love that you want. But I'm going to have to take a look at your person here, because it feels like your person's trying to make you happy, or has tried, or is interested. But the problem that I'm seeing is that you're not feeling fulfilled, all right, with the options that you have, with the choices that you have. So how do you view your person or the situation? And I see the Fool, all right? So maybe you're needing your person really to jump in, take a leap of faith and go for it, right? But this can also indicate that you feel like you're dealing with an on again, off again type of situation, and your person, lacks commitment. They may come in with, so this tells me already a repeat pattern here in a way. They may come in, initiate, they come in fast, things are going good. It seems like, you both have visions, or really, feel each other's, feel the possibilities here too in the relationship. But the Fool card says we always get something started and then it goes nowhere, especially because of the Hanged Man. And you may be feeling like it's not going anywhere. You need more certainty, and this having no certainty right now is really driving you crazy. It's really making you unhappy. So we're gonna have to see what's really going on with your person here. I see Aries and I see Pisces, and we've been in this series here. We just went into Aries energy. We just came out of Pisces, right? So maybe things have been stagnant for a while, and maybe Aries season right now is telling you this may be coming back around, a chance to really explore a different way of looking at this relationship. But this is going to be also you making a choice of letting go in a sense and taking that leap of faith without knowing the outcome, right? With trusting in where it goes. But now for many of you, if you're in this repeat pattern that happens all the time, you're definitely going to need a little discernment there. Your person is showing up as the Four of Wands. All right. And so this tells me that somebody here really does feel kind of connected to you, feels happy, likes to be around you, feels a sense of home, when you guys are together. Or even if this is a newer relationship and it just feels like it's been up in the air, I can see somebody genuinely cares about you, genuinely likes what they see, and has had experiences with you, maybe for some of you, that they really enjoyed. Their biggest challenge right now is the 10 of Wands, all right? So there's a lot going on, a lot of heaviness going on here for your person. You know, maybe they're stressing more behind the scenes than you realize. This can tell me that your person likes to keep a front. They like to seem like everything's happy, everything's good, everything's, you know, keep it simple. Let's kind of focus on the positive here. But at the same time, their challenge is one, you know, they just feel like they got the world on their shoulders and they have a lot of pressure on them, or your person can't handle any more pressure or just doesn't like pressure. Because if you're viewing your person as the Fool card, this is somebody that wants to kind of keep things light and just kind of go with the flow type of energy. And that uncertainty can drive you crazy. It's like you need to know where things are going and want to plan for the future. And this person may be feeling like this is kind of difficult for them. They're feeling stressed under the pressure. How do they view you? The Three of Wands. They're pretty serious about you. Look at this Three of Wands, Four of Wands energy. But this is somebody who views you as somebody who's always looking forward, always looking at the future. And that, hey, that's Mars. Good for you. You know, I mean, I love that quality. You know, we got to keep moving forward, keep hustling, keep going, and determination. But we're all or nothing, you know, and it's like we either are there or not, right? And your person here is definitely looking in the same direction as you. They're pretty serious. They can see the two of you, you know, getting together. This could be that commitment that, you know, they really want too. But it's feeling heavy for you. It's feeling like this just doesn't seem like you're certain on where it's going. All right. So that underlying pressure could be making this person question whether or not you really do see a future with them, or, you know, are you looking for freedom? And is this just a situation that's temporary for you? I mean, I'm just asking questions. You got to ask them yourself. And so, what is shifting with them this week? I see the Two of Cups. All right. So obviously, this relationship's a lot more important to them than you realize, right? Or maybe you do realize. The challenge with you is the Ten of Wands. They may feel like, you know, sometimes they just don't know what to do. And if this is you, Scorpio, now this might not be you, so don't get triggered. But if you're in a depressed state or you're feeling bored because things are stagnant, this is where you can make other people feel like they're not good enough, or things that you need them to be more excited, you need them to be more, right? And maybe you're connecting with somebody that's just not as adventurous. Maybe you want them to be more adventurous, right? Maybe you want them to be, you know, let go a little bit and explore, right? And see where things go. But I feel like you're maybe jumping the gun here a little bit. You may be letting your boredom with other areas in your life, or you may be assuming because in the past you had relationships that just failed you, that this one could be different. It looks like this person could be different. It's like they really are trying to get to know you and understand, but the pressure on them from you, it could feel overwhelming for this person. Like they just don't know how to make you happy, and they don't know necessarily what you want. And you're showing up as the Seven of Cups. So some of you, you may say you want all kinds of things, but your energy is showing that you're still uncertain about what you truly want. And so how can another person make you happy if you don't know what makes you happy? Now, you may say, you know, I just need more consistency with this person, or I need certainty with this person. But, you know, this person may be feeling like they are, or they're trying to, but it's not enough with this energy, right? So I'm not here to figure out everybody's story. I'm just seeing that there obviously is a frequency difference where you're feeling a lack of fun. You're feeling like you're not being seen, and you're feeling bored, and you know, just feeling kind of down and out. And your person here wants to see you happy, but their challenge with you is maybe you're dealing with a lot of stress, and that stress is pulling over into the relationship, and you need to redirect that energy. So your challenge is the Hanged Man, which is asking you to look at the situation differently, right? Try to see it differently. You may be trying to define this person and realizing that they're not what you're telling yourself they are. you know. And maybe for some of you though, don't take that and run with it. Trust yourself. I get it. But in this reading today, your person is, what's shifting here is they're really trying to understand you. They really do want to talk to you. They really do want to connect with you. All right. But they maybe, let's see if I can get one more. What's their biggest block, their biggest challenge? The Five of Cups. They're afraid to disappoint and let you down. That can tell me here, the Four of Cups and the Five of Cups can tell me that no matter what I do, I'm always disappointing you. You just seem so depressed and down. Always focusing on the past. Because this can be focusing on the past. Or your person. I mean, I get it. You can reverse this. But this is Scorpio energy right here. And it's like, I want something. I want something to make me happy. And until you feel like somebody can make you happy, they're going to constantly feel like nothing they do is going to make you happy. So I'm not going to take that much further, but I can see that their biggest block is, you know, afraid things aren't going to turn out, you know, they're not going to be enough, or they're not going to turn out the way you expected, or they're going to let you down. All right. So Two of Cups tells me somebody does want to connect with you this week. So let's look at Aries through Pisces and see now no contact with some of you. So this reading here can also be a part of this reading, but this is, for most of you, keep it separate if you're not in no contact. This part here is if you're in completely no contact with somebody and they're avoiding you, it could be because they feel like they can't give you what they want. But I will look at a message from them and see what the cards say. And the cards will tell me if there is potential. You know, remember, everything is potential. You know, I believe anything's possible. But with no contact, it can be a little different for each and every one of you. And it does take time. All right, so Aries, I wish I could take it back. All right, so maybe an Aries said something or did something that they feel is just irreparable. All right, you know, this could be somebody that is thinking about you a lot. You know, tells me that there's energy still pulled towards you. So there's possibility to hear from them again. It may be at a later date, but always stay open to the possibility. They are feeling kind of regretful. And then I have Taurus. I was pretending to be somebody else. All right, so they weren't being 100% authentic with you. All right, maybe they were trying to play a part, or they had a mask on. They didn't know how to let their guards down, didn't know how to be vulnerable. All right, but it feels as though they're starting to, you know, feel like you just don't really know them. And, you know, maybe there's an opening here. You know, I'm starting to realize that the more I pretend to be somebody else, or I act like I don't care, whatever it is, the more it's really affected me. And so I feel like a Taurus also is missing you and maybe wanting to reconcile here as well. Now, Gemini, I see your body language says so much, right? So this can tell me that you may be saying one thing, but a Gemini is picking up another from you. You may say you're okay. You may say everything's fine. It doesn't have to be body language. It can be the way you're reacting to things, or so you might say you want to reconcile. You may say that you want this, and they're just like, I don't believe you. You know, the distance between us, or they're like, okay, you know, if you reach out to them and you're like, I'm good, and they're like, no, you're not good. That's what I'm getting from your Gemini. So it feels like a pattern. It may happen again. You may hear from them, but I can see that they're just not believing what you're saying. Cancer, I have too much to lose right now. So if a Cancer is blocking you or no contact, they may feel like what's going on in their life is just right now a little bit, it's taking precedence. It's more important right now. It's not that you're not important, but it's more important. And they just may feel like if they play around with this relationship right now, they may lose how far they've come in their career, their job, or their family if they're in another relationship. You know, there's also a sense here, you know, no contact is telling me that if they didn't want to lose you, they would be in contact with you. So that's why this is telling me that they may be afraid to be exposed, or afraid to lose another situation. So I'm seeing no contact right now with that. Leo, I can be myself with you. So Leo here, you could get a reconciliation with a Leo. You might be the one and only person that they feel like no matter what, you always knew how to connect with them, talk to them, be with them. And there's just nobody like a loyal Scorpio, right? But you burn a Scorpio and look what happens, right? But I can be myself with you. So it feels like they're really missing you or really wanting to connect with you. So you may hear from your Leo. Virgo, I find you so attractive. So you got Virgo's attention, right? But it could be superficial right now. You have to keep that in mind. So if you're trying to get love out of this right now, if you're trying to, and it's no contact and you keep pushing at it, they find you attractive and they definitely like flirting with you and they would maybe even want a sexual connection. But if you're wanting something more right now, that could be why they're pushing you away. It's sort of to protect you too. It's in their own way. Doesn't mean you won't hear from them. Libra, I'm sorry. You may get an apology from a Libra. All right. You may get some closure with that. So you may get the apology, break silence. That doesn't always guarantee that you're going to reconcile, but it definitely, I mean, the relationship, but it definitely shows that you may get that, that closure you're looking for. Scorpio, I miss being with you. Scorpio is loving on you, Scorpio. You guys have a strong, intense connection. There's no doubt there. And that's what pulls you guys together. Sagittarius, you know, maybe there's some too much clinginess for their taste, for your taste. I don't know. To me, you know, don't take this personal, please, and don't trigger. It's just a card. But there's some clinginess, neediness, or wanting constant validation or holding on too tightly. That is, and this is a Sag energy. It can go either way. Maybe it's you know, you decide, but it's what's killing the relationship. This could happen, but the clinginess is suffocating. All right. So Capricorn, children are a major concern here. So there could be other children, wanting children, having children, and not wanting children. Whatever it is, that's what the problem is. All right. It doesn't matter how much we care about each other. If our values are not in alignment and somebody does not want kids, they're not going to want kids. If you have kids, they don't want kids, and vice versa. And sometimes it's preferences, and that's just it. And it can hurt at times too. I get that, but that's the reality of it here. And if it's not your story, don't take it. All right. So Aquarius, I'm seeing you have a lot of confidence that intimidates them. All right. So maybe something you're doing now is really, they got their eye on you. So you may hear from an Aquarius. Maybe in the past you didn't show this confidence that you had, but now they're starting to see something different with you. And Pisces. Pisces is very protective of you. All right. So there is something there. They got their eye on you. I don't know what's going on between the two of you, but there's most likely some sort of contact that you may have or will be having because they do care about you. All right. So if you're still with me, I'm going to do a yes, no bonus for you, and let's go. All right. You have a no right now for your question on your mind. I do see the Tower card, unexpected change coming in. All right. And, you know, even the Two of Cups here is talking about somebody opening up emotionally with you. And the Three of Wands is talking about movement when we're still seeing the Hanged Man here where you may be feeling stuck. All right. And so this week, a lot of change happening here. The Tower card is something's going to happen regardless that's going to change this. I love you guys. Take care. Oh, Scorpio's at the bottom, King of Cups.